been touched by tragedy in the way that your family
It
has?
was all over the media, and for weeks and weeks it was over the media, and other parents will see this and say, you know what, I'm scared now, I'm going to wrap up my child so it doesn't happen to them. So it becomes, part of everyday lifestyle for normal parents.
Do you think so?
They don't want to ever have to live through something like this, because as I'm talking to you now, it is very, very hard, and this is 1996. You know what I mean? It's a very, very, very difficult thing, but I don't know if this will ever change. Society can never get back to normal where people can have less fear sending a child out to play. It's very, very difficult.
It is, isn't it? And I don't know, I don't think there are any more dangers now than there were then or even in 1976 when I was 4.
Yeah.
But we just feel as if it could happen to us next at any moment, and it doesn't really necessarily obey the laws of logic, does it?
Yeah.
Wayne, I'm sorry for your loss, I really am.
Yeah, that was just my story, just adding to the topic.
Oh, well, thank you, Wayne, and I hope you call me again on a subject that isn't so difficult and so personal.
Okay.
You look after yourself, mate. Have a great weekend. No, thank you. And what a stark illustration of the problem that we're mapping this hour, because no one can tell Wayne he shouldn't be overcautious or even paranoid, or to use his own phrase, or the phrase that he used back at me, the wrapping of his other 2 children in cotton wool. He lost his little baby, his 3.5-year-old. So why are the rest of us behaving as if we had been through something similarly awful, or as if we are likely to, when it is so exceptional and so extraordinary? I honestly don't know. It's 12:45. J. Louise Knight is in the LBC 97.3 Travel Centre.
Thank you very much, James. And starting in Clapham and Clapham Common, where the A3 Long Road still shut, heading west from Clapham Common Tube to Rookery Road. It's following a serious accident earlier. Investigation work still being carried out by the police. So there are long queues back along Clapham High Street. In fact, looking on the cameras, the whole of the area and surrounding routes very, very slow. Please avoid it if you can. Long delays. In Leatherhead, the A245, which is Woodlands Road, is shut after an accident between Cobham Road and Oak Lawn Road. That's just as the road runs under the M25. In the West End, Oxford Street still closed both ways at Portman Street. That's after the large burst water main you've been hearing about in the news, just near Primark. Queues into town on Edgware Road have eased, though. It is looking okay at the moment on the cameras, likely to get busier as we head towards this afternoon's rush hour, but of course keeping a check on the cameras for you. We can see delays heading east on Victoria Embankment as you head up towards Temple. The reason being roadworks at the junction with Northumberland Avenue. Still only 1 lane open there. And onto the underground, the Piccadilly line on the move again between Oakwood and Cockfosters. That's after a signal failure, but there are minor delays. LBC 97.3 Travel. Your next update's in half an hour.
This is LBC 97.3.
The bank may be the safest place for your money, but Alder Martin Baines and Cuthbert estate agents would argue that it's not the most sensible place. If you have cash on deposit in the bank, you may be getting only 0.5% interest on your money, and inflation will be working against you by eroding your savings. So, what's the alternative? Here at ABC Estates, we'd like to suggest investing in property. Good old bricks and mortar. Put your savings in a buy-to-let investment instead, and you could generate a 5% return on your investment, maybe more. Inflation would then actually work for you by eroding the value of your mortgage debt. Call Alder Martin Baines and Cuthbert estate agents on 0800 888 6688 for a full hand-holding service to source suitable property and a proactive letting and management service for both residential and commercial property across Greater London. See our website, abc-estates.com. Call 0800 888 6688.
What are you doing?
I'm doing the retuning again, like you asked.
It's the digital box that needs retuning again, you donut, not the piano.
Digital switchover is a 2-stage process. So if you use a Freeview service, remember to retune your digital TV or box on both dates. London TV viewers should look out for the guide to switchover in the post.
LBC 97.3. Call 0845 6060973. Text
11 minutes to 1. This is LBC.